Opie and Anthony channel on Sirius XM.
You gotta do the Run DMC version. Yeah. Like no mother, how many cover? Thing.
You know, Run DMC didn't even know the lyrics to that song?
No, I saw the thing, the little biography thing on that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, like both sides didn't want to do it. They were, even Aerosmith's like, what? Fuck that shit. They're gonna fuck our song up, and they're like, what? We just wanted to fucking sample the beat. Shit, we don't want that motherfucker singing on this motherfucker.
I didn't know what they were talking about.
No. That was a great start to the song.
Start breaking through the wall like, oh my God, they're coming together.
And if you heard the beginning, and then this kicked in, you're like, oh fuck, man, I want to hear Aerosmith. Not these guys.
Even back then, huh?
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah.
I've been flaming racist for my entire life.
Good.
My entire life. Not even adult life. If you recall, I told the story about when Beauty's Hill, me and my brother lit it on fire in the ELs, in the Elwood development. It was Beauty's Hill. There was a horse named Beauty, and it lived up there on the hill. So we would light fires down there. My brother would stomp it out before it got too big, but then it got too big, and it burnt the entire Beauty's Hill down. The fire department showed up, put the fire out, and then we were standing there, and they asked us what happened, and I said, 2 Negroes lit the fire on Beauty's Hill.
It was a lie.
And it was a lie. I blamed black people.
Just because?
And I was in kindergarten. So that's how...
Kindergarten?
I was in kindergarten. So that's how deep my racism
and
goes.
You knew.
Hey,
Sup, yo?
I won't shake hands. I know you guys are into Purell.
Fuck, I don't give a shit. Pull up a chair. Pull up a mic. We'll hang out. Absolutely. I was just talking about lighting a fire when I was in kindergarten in the neighborhood I lived in, and it got out of control, and the fire department showed up, and my brother, who was about a year and a half older than me at the time, we told the firemen that black people started it.
Oh, really?
So I'm just like, yeah, my racism was fucking set way back when.
I used to set hotel men's rooms on fire just to piss my father off.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Well, it was a hollow victory. But the waiters running back and forth, like my man would be like, "See how good I treat you?" Then you're like, "Well, what's happening?" Because all the waiters be running around, like, "There's a fire! There's a fire! There's a fire!" And they see them tiptoe back and forth to not let the. And I was just like, "It's just me getting back at you, Dad." It never amounted to.
Could have blamed it on black people. Could have blamed it on the black people.
Now I'm building different fires.
Oh, is that it?
Who would have known I could have blamed it on the Jews?
Jews. You could blame it on any really other ethnic group.
No, the Jews.
Oh, okay. Them too.
Somebody from years ago when I was a kid Facebooked me recently and said that when we were kids we lit a fire. He goes, "You remember we lit that fire and blamed it on black kids?" I'm like, "No,
Must
I
be
don't
a rite
remember."
of passage for white kids.
Totally unconnected. Believe me, 30 years apart. And
30 years, you fuck.
Yeah, move up a little bit.
You guys were connected in the quantum leap kind of thing.
Yes,
are you on?
We're always on.
I had no idea. See, the Parkinson goes away when I act gay. It's a hetero closet case disease. No, I found out.
Really?
When I talk gay, a certain kind phenomenal showman gay, I have no Parkinson's. But when I'm hetero, I'm like, how old am I and why do I act like my Aunt Eddie?
Holy shit.
How did you find out you had it? Because that's like a new thing. I mean,
I have no idea. I went to the hospital for 3 months because these medications collided, or I OD'd or I had appendicitis.
One or the other, huh?
Yeah. And we went to the Mayo Clinic because
Iraq loves that place.
The story. It's all blank in my head. And when you go to the hospital for 3 months, you end up talking. That's all you talk about. When you get out, you're like, "I was in the hospital for 3 months. I was in the hospital for 3 months. You know what happened to me?" And other people are like, "I was in the hospital too. What'd you have? What'd you have?" Your whole paradigm shifts.
Fuck that, though. Well, you don't want to make that your entire fucking existence, right?
I know. No, you don't.
Yeah,
That's why I'm going to cheat on Tracy like crazy. I will be an animal again. Oh, we are on here. I can hear myself.
Yeah, there we are.
You know what I'm going to do? When I'm not funny, I'm going to talk trendy.
That's
like
a trendy
the new
talk.
New York, the new Williamsburg, of no importance whatsoever and vacuous.
That is...
like the name Rachel Ray sounds fun to say.
Well, that's where Colin just went.
Colin's going to make
Colin
cupcakes.
just went over there to Rachel Ray. I don't know what he's going to do. What is he going to do over Rachel Ray? Colin's good. He can
Colin's
blend
a fucking
in. But
aging queen. He'll be fine on Rachel Ray. Talking about Irish recipes. And,
it's corned beef and cabbage, Rachel.
Yeah, he'll do ironic fucking references about stuff. Back in the old country.
How about some potatoes? We'll do a whole blight thing.
You can make these chocolate darlings in Hell's Kitchen when no one's looking, and then he'll run his pinky across the ice and go, "That is good." Yeah.
Man, so you were in the hospital for 4 months.
No, a year.
A year?
I was in the hospital for 3 months. I was in the hospital for a year.
No, you were in for 3 months, and then you were in every month after that for a year.
How do you live in a hospital? Does it just become?
You become an institutionalized happy moron.
Is that it?
Oh, I had an argument with a guy
over the cookie.
Fix his mic.
Rock.
Mayo Clinic, E-Rock. You like that place?
Yeah, got it.
He loves mayo.
Thanks. I'm used to being treated like a 90-year-old waiting for a wheelchair at an airport.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, is that frustrating? Because you're an independent dude.
Yeah,
to have people, even though people are trying to help you, but have people doing basic shit for you.
Like wipe your ass?
Jeez.
Yeah. They'd have the ugliest nurses. They had U-turn necks hanging in U's, like they were incubating chicks and cockroaches. It looked like the Star Wars bar. Where are they now? I mean, the ugliest. And then I got stuck. I couldn't move. I got stuck between the mattress and the railing, like squeezed in.
Oh shit!
And I said, "Can you help me?" Be like, "I gotta watch Charlie. I'll be right there." And nobody would come. And so I saw the emergency ass wipe button. And I said, if I press that and they slide in gorgeous, hermetically sealed girls from the OC with diamond earrings, little button-nosed rabbits, we would hop in and be like, "Do you need your ass wiped?" And I was like, yeah.
yeah.
And then after a while, you're sliding down. You look stupid. She's fucking some guy, and you're the guy who's sliding down the wall like a broken Spider-Man, slipping down. You look over your shoulder, and all your macho is gone. No matter how many times you cursed out Lee Marvin or he envied you, no matter how many cowboy boots you were born with, the only face you can make when some beautiful girl's wiping your ass for the 5th time is this.
God.
And then the sentence comes out of your mouth. They're like, you're like this. You're like, was there a lot?
Oh,
and you're like, oh God, I'm dead. Just take me. It leads to suicide.
Oh my God.
Bullshit.
I guess the only comfort you can take is in that environment. To them, that literally it's just a part of the job. Like for us, it's walking on or dealing with a stage. Yeah, man.
You think it is, or you think
if you're working in a hospital and you're dealing with people, shit is not. They're cleaning out wounds that smell. And fucking
they're really doing shit.
Shit is like, again, that's to us like a fucking busted stage light or something like that. It's a fucking probably an unpleasant part of their job, but they don't even give a like. They don't. Your shit and asshole is your asshole probably looks like it should look like just a fucking a rotten thing with shit in it. But when they see a beautiful girl and her asshole looks like that, that's the fucking heartbreaker.
Problem.
You know, a guy's ass should be a fucking disaster. So you probably were perfectly normal.
Send me in a guy whose ass looks like W.C. Fields' face, and I'll feel more comfortable. But don't send me a girl and then I'm going to try to hit on while shit's pouring out of my ass.
Yeah.
Single shot. They would say, is it a single shot? What was it? What kind of shit was it? Is it a single shot? Well, that's what we're striving for.
I tried to get a fucking cookie because the guy was on the phone, on his daughter's bejeweled phone. And I said, I said, can you hand me that cookie? And he says, "Can't have no cookies. You missed cookie call." And that's when I started to feel like a moron. And I said, "No, just give me the cookie." And he goes, "You missed cookie call." And I had to use the word humanity on him. And like Martin Luther King, I had to be like, "You will feel the vibrations of a visionary writhe and undulate from deep within. You will feel the course of humanity run through your veins. If you hand me the cookie, you'll be like Martin Luther King, because I missed breakfast because you're on your daughter's phone talking to some guy about a deal. just hand me the cookie. And that would feel good to have these arguments about nothing.
Oh, shit.
Like to cause some kind of heated discourse.
Right, something.
And I'm angry. Like my hitting hand is a hand that shakes, and I punch people in L.A. Guys walked into a restaurant. I don't know when to stop anymore because I've been in a hospital. So you'll tell me it's time to stop, Mr. Shapiro. I have to wheel you to your room. But I forgot what I was saying.
You're talking about cookie time.
A guy at the 101 was pulling girls' hairs, running up and down the restaurant. He was like a UCB type guy. He had a bow tie on, but he was tall. So I took a chance. And I told my friend, I said, why is nobody stopping this guy from? They're on dates, and the dates aren't stopping the guy. He was in it, and they go, it's L.A., man. They'll chill out. So he plops down the booth next to me, and I said, I got this new stutter, too. It happens between 9 and 9. and he goes, it's L.A., they'll chill out. And he plops down the booth next to me, and my hand, I said, you're a fucking retard. Like in New York, I don't even know how to get angry anymore. I've been in L.A. so long.
Yeah.
But back then I went, you're a fucking retard. And he goes, but I was thinking, Brad, aren't we all retarded? Isn't everyone retarded? Yeah, I was thinking that too. Isn't everyone retarded? Aren't we all retarded? And I went, no, you are. My hand went up his nose, and I hit him. And the guy gives me a speech. My new friend with his H&M haircut and his little henna tattoo. What's bothering you? What's bothering you? And there's more to that story, but I'll chime in later. But he had me at that moment like, oh, you're right, these hands. What am I capable of? These hands. And then these two guys walked out and go like, we stuck up for you because we're fans of yours. You were doing just what you do on stage. You were raging against the plasticity of society. And I went, I said, I'm a hero. Where's my snakeskin horse guitar named Elvis? I just threw in guitar and Elvis.
Yeah.
What do you? What
am I on?
No. What do they have you?
Are we on?
No. I said, what do they have you taking, and what's the prognosis?
The prognosis is good.
Is it?
The prognosis is really good. When they told us at the Mayo that he has Parkinson's, he goes, but you got the good kind.
He goes, it's good news. I said, you have a nice tie. Like, what was the good news? I don't have it. But it's not the kind that deteriorates. It's the kind that 20 years from now will start deteriorating. Yeah, well, but they can get rid of the symptoms. They say you're lucky because we can get rid of the symptoms.
What kind is Ali and Mike? Because most people don't have a like.
They have
Ali,
the severe kind.
They have the severe
Ali
kind. There's like
and
stage,
Michael J. Fox.
They break it down towards stages, and Ricky's in a stage, but because his was environmentally induced through head injury and bad medications for many years.
Environmentally induced, amen, because I was living with you. I'm an abusive boyfriend.
I gave him Parkinson's.
Jesus.
Just for the publicity.
Come on, when you're being controlled, your hand tends to shake.
No, so
she's actually great. She fucking saved my ass.
Yeah, so with all the damage that was done with head injury and medication, it's not that they can fix it, or not that they can make it go away, but they can increase his dopamine levels, get the shake and the stiffness gone, and resume a normal life. He said up to 90% of normal life. You know, so
90%. That sounds like a casualty in me. I'm making 100%.
Now, what was the head injuries?
Oh, it was a car. Well, that was 07, a car accident. He was hit in the head with a 2x4 before that. I hit him in the head a couple times with an encyclopedia.
Okay.
Who hit you with a 2x4?
I was raised to protect my brothers, so my brother got into a yelling match, so I jumped in, went to hit the guy, and I'm not a good hitter or anything, but I just was taught to jump in, and some guy comes around with a 2x4 from behind and knocks me out, and I was gone for a day.
Wow.
How long was this?
This is years ago. I live in the past, so I don't have to concentrate on your career. I'm jealous, envious, but when I see Jimmy, when I saw his show, you got to see it. It was so beautiful to see an honest comedian dissect and work his own brain out. Like, it was so cool. Like, to hear Colin talk now, you don't see it in L.A. It breaks my heart. I get choked up because guys, they all go to class now.
Yeah.
I never heard
Second
class
City,
talk.
UCB,
It's hugely different scene in New York than L.A., yeah. Yeah.
Stupid. I risk being broke because I like to riff, but I had to accept it. But now I got like a commercial. Like the weird thing was, every time I wanted to leave LA, something came. 2 films, a commercial, a couple of TV shows, and I wasn't getting that shit before I had Parkinson's. You know, they must think I'm a brilliant career actor, character actor now. Like, look how he's shaking for the cup. Oh, Days of Wine and Roses. He's educated. Is that the guy from the Broken Money show? What's it called? Bust My Money? That guy on the TV show.
I thought you meant Sam.
No, Sam.
So what, they got you on dopamine. What happened? What's the process with that? Like, does it take a while, or
yeah,
what is it?
It's called levodopa-carbidopa, and it's supposed to. They do it in like an increasing amount. So you start off at 0.5, then you go to 1.5, then 0.5, then 1.0, then 1.5, and it's supposed to like start to generate and get the dopamine levels in his brain back up to where they're supposed to be. So that's really the big problem right now. His dopamine levels are really low. So once they increase, you know, his stiffness, his mobility, his shake, it's all going to decrease, and then eventually go away.
And that's the stuff. The dope I heard of, it was when in Awakenings. That was the stuff that they gave to all those patients that were fucking out for so long.
Yeah.
And then it woke them up, and then it didn't, you know. I
thought it was when Iraq was in a bad mood. Dopamine.
No, but the funny thing about Awakenings is De Niro wakes up like he's been boxing for 80 years. His back is like a bull. He wakes up like Russell Crowe. He's like, have I been asleep for 30 years? All right, let's go hit the road.
Yeah. But, there'd be some issues he would have to, some muscular issues.
Yeah.
He's just laying in bed.
And he gets up and he goes, I feel like walking fast. But ask away.
So it will take a while to take effect, but when it does, you can get back to, like, because performing obviously for you is really important.
I still go on 3 times a week.
Oh, you are? Okay, good.
Yeah, because once I hit the mark, once I'm on stage, I'm fine. Because I get it all out. But afterwards, I'm like drained, and I don't have the fun of hanging out. And so I have to run home. That's what I hate, because it's LA too, you know.
But it's not as bad. I mean, when it first started off back in April of 2012, his hands were like bats, like just shaking uncontrollably. Now it's like a small tremor, and it's just decreasing and decreasing. And when he gets on stage, it's less. Sometimes it's more. It's whether his adrenaline is up. But he's booking stuff. He's doing commercials. He did the movie all on Parkinson's before he got the label. So it's really just a matter of adjusting things and getting rid of it.
Yeah, and
it's not going to be as bad as what Michael J. Fox had, at least not today. You know, 20 years down the road, I can't say, but then 20 years down the road, there might be, what do they call those? A remedy. There might be a remedy.
One of them remedies.
What even remedies?
One of those.
But before the show, before the diagnosis, I had a radio show, and I was busy as hell and running around. Now I barely read the newspaper. But that's me concentrating on the negative. Like, in L.A., all they do is talk about, they don't have opinions, but they're positive or negative.
Yeah.
But now everyone's telling me, you gotta be positive, you gotta know. Because I go into like, oh great, I'm a casualty. But I'm not. Like, I can step up on stage. But I want to do more. I write a paragraph every now and then, you know, every couple of days. And I was writing 3 hours. Like, I wrote a book out. My book's unfiltered. It's called Unfiltered. You can buy it on Kindle, Relapse, Rehab, whatever. Redo, iPad, IHOP, Perkins. And just shut up and buy the book. Listen to that riff. Perkins and Evil were thrown into the same riff. Perkins and Evil. So it's a hybrid.
Do you ever fucking slow down?
No.
I mean,
no.
No?
Yeah, right now I do. Now I'll be like, can we go home now? I have to rest my weary world, driven to dark places, and now I have to watch Law and Order, SVU. Is this SVU or Criminal Intent? I'm so desensitized to rape, I'm having the time of my life. And these aren't bits, Jimmy, even though they are. They completely are. These are not riffs. It's just hanging out with you. I feel so comfortable.
Do you sleep easy, or is that a pain in the ass?
No, you give me a sleeping pill.
Well, there's that's the crazy thing.
I don't sleep easy though. I'm
that's
up
the
all
crazy
night.
thing though. All
What
the
comic
problems.
does?
No, that's
All
right.
the problems that they had, that he was diagnosed over the past 10 years, depression, insomnia, irritability, all those things were symptoms of Parkinson's. If they had just done the one test, we would have been able to cap all that stuff either last year or years ago. I mean, his hands started shaking a couple of years ago. One test. He had a neurologist say, "Oh, you're getting better. Play basketball. Get a hobby."
He said under his breath, this tough-looking, like I hate to say it, but gorgeous Asian guy. he had a chest, and he looked. You're so ensconced and brainwashed by pop culture that he looked like an American Apparel ad, the hero, like the guy who fucks the girl on the futon, and that's not a bit.
No.
And he says under his breath, he goes, "I don't know, play basketball." I go, "So what do I do now?" "I don't know, play basketball."
What is that supposed to
That's
do?
the big diagnosis.
That was the big.
That's the big.
That was it, and that was back in November of 2012. So it's like we're constantly going to doctors and constantly doing tests. It was one test at the Mayo, one test, and then we get
They showed the brain thing, the glowering little dots of dopamine. I threw in glowering so the brain talk isn't boring.
It worked.
Yeah,
It worked though. Glowering. Yeah.
Did I come in on because I was insecure that because of the Parkinson's I'd be like, "Well, my wife and I just got back from a cruise." Like, I don't even know what to call it. I was in denial about it. I couldn't think of the fucking name.
Yeah.
That I kept calling it my Aunt Edna's scotch sipping, Benson and Hedges smoking, worrying about her son Scotty with shaky hands disease, or the Edwin Deluxe, or the Parallax View Opius. I couldn't think of the name. It's funny how the mind works when it doesn't give a shit about you anymore.
Holy fuck! Do you feel betrayed by your own?
I'm going through a bitter phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people say, "Well, you've lived such a wild life." I'm like, "What wild life? Like, I screwed around.
Yeah.
I stuck my dick in shit. What's the big deal? What's the big deal?"
Stuck my dick.
Do you have to make yourself get out every day, or is it like tempting just to sit there and just go fuck it and give up, or do you say no, I'm not going to do that?
Well, I don't call it giving up because right now the doctor said I need a lot of rest.
Oh, okay.
But on the other hand,
I'm sick of sleeping.
Yeah,
but I train. I have a physical trainer who trains me hard. He breaks my ass.
Yeah, and they say that the patients with Parkinson's that do the most exercise and do the best nutrition are the ones that have the least impact.
And I don't have that kind of discipline. Like
You're like a jock now.
Well, I have to make a lot of appointments, so I train to keep everything going. But I don't want to give up, but I don't know what that is yet. I just realized today I hate the word casualty, and I don't plan on being that. You can use all those other words like giving up, whatever, but casualty is like, no, I'm gonna beat this. Wow, I'm gonna be as strong as Muhammad Ali is now. No, I'm kidding. My first Parkinson's jokes against people with Parkinson's.
Yeah, just attack people who have it worse.
Yeah, that's like the worst.
Holy fuck. Well, God must really hate him.
That's terrible.
Yeah, God must really hate him.
Oh my God. What an evil thing to say.
Ali is very, I met him once and he was very, like I expected him to be shaking and he was very still. And I mean, like he kind of talked like that a little bit. Like he couldn't really talk.
Yeah.
But they must have him on something very heavy because he's not shaking.
But that's another form.
But what is he on that he's not moving? Because I'm like, it must be heavy meds, which is why he was so.
Yeah. Well, so it's funny. I don't know. But the other night, my friend looked at me and goes, "You're so still." And that was the first time anyone called me that in my whole life. So I was taken aback. I was like, do I want to be? Like, I liked how I was before because I wasn't in so much pain. You know, and so I don't know. What's wrong with my hands fucking shaking? Like I have a line on stage, like I'm not shaking because I'm nervous. I'm shaking because shaky's the new cool. If you ain't shaking, you ain't stepping up to shit. Girls go out with the guy who goes, hi, but you want to go out with me? Don't go out with that guy. Go out with the guy who says, you, me, me, you, me, you, me, you, me, you, fuck in the bathroom. Punchline, pow. Why can't we shake? Why do I have to, I get into a rage about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got people telling him, breathe, meditate, all those.
And now I'm learning, I listen to a relaxation tape before I go to sleep. And now I find myself calming down during the day. Who cares? I never thought I'd be talking about this stuff on the Opie and Anthony show.
What are you going to do?
The last time I was on, you were talking about colostomies, so I guess I'm entitled
The
to
last
it.
time we were on, Anthony was sleeping.
Was that show?
Yeah, and I don't want to do that
I
again.
fucking fell asleep. Yeah.
I don't want to put anybody to sleep again.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. It was the.
No, that was probably fucking my gray goose disease. I think I call it fucking
Gray goose disease.
Yeah, that could fucking.
It's like walking into the movie The Hangover.
Yeah, I was a little sleepy that time. Yeah, that was when they put the mic in front of my face and listened to me going like.
Oh, you were asleep. That's right.
Fucking conked right out during the show.
You look healthier now.
Well, yeah, I decided, to actually go to the gym and work right, eat right, and cut back on the drinking. The drinking.
Isn't it weird when you get healthy, you start talking to guys who juice about juicers? That's what I talk about now. One guy used to talk about it. I said, I don't want to hear this. And now I'm like, because of my health, I'm like, I'm juicing. I found out about the juicer. And the bartender goes, you want to try my special concoction of what I've juiced from the house? I'm like, I'd love to. And I love this conversation. And I want to slash my throat.
I know, yeah.
But you can find plenty of women out there who slash throats these days.
Yeah, well, they just put one away, I guess.
Yeah. And I was reading about this other woman who slashed her baby's throat.
That was the guy's daughter.
Yeah, the guy's daughter that kidnapped those 3 girls. She was a lunatic too. What a great house.
Yeah.
What a great household.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing, but there were like 3 girls he kidnapped or something.
Yeah. Had a kid with one.
Yeah.
Was just raping them and fucking keeping them locked in the house.
How do you live like that? How do you get okay with that? I know it's a childhood thing.
No.
Or it's an electron thing. It must be an electrode thing. Like one crazy synapse.
Yeah. That makes you do things like that. I'm kind of jealous, though. That'd be nice to just look at a girl and go, I want her, and then you just take her.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Like you're going to the store.
You're coming with me.
Yeah, fuck it.
How do you live with yourself? Like, how do you go to the store, or how do you ever moralize to anybody when you know you have fucking 3 kidnap victims chained up in your house? How are you not just thinking of that every fucking second of the day?
Judging people like, oh, I can't believe that person.
What an asshole that guy is. Bush lied to the country. He's got 3 girls tied up.
Yeah, I really wonder, like I used to say, and the audience gets behind it at the end, but they really have to, they don't want to think about it, is when a priest is blowing like a 6-year-old kid, when does it not become okay, the priest, and when does he say, but I'll still go further? When his nose touches the belly of a 6-year-old boy, does he ever go does he look at it and go like, look how tiny it is?
Jesus.
It doesn't look interesting when it's tiny, I would imagine, but he goes, look how tiny it is. No, I should never.
And then he just keeps going.
Like, how does he make that okay in his fucking head?
Yeah.
From looking and from wanting to all of a sudden doing.
And when does it stop? When does he go like, this tastes like shit? It's a 6-year-old 6.25-inch penis. I could have M&Ms. I mean, why can't he make the switch?
I don't know how people go that next step to actually doing things.
How do you co-sign that in your own mind?
Yeah.
I'm going to make myself
That's all right.
do this. How does your conscience...
How do you pass by a mirror after that and like look at it and go like, oh boy.
Well,
I've had some great jack-off sessions where I couldn't even look in the mirror. Like, don't even look at you. What I was fantasizing about and what lotions I was using. Fucking machinery.
Go, baby, go.
God,
Keep going.
Enough.
Machinery.
Oh, fuck. You creep. Don't you go to wash your hands, but I pull the hat brim over my eyes so I don't have to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Just a creep.
There's nothing worse than when you think about what you were just thinking about while you still have cum on the back of your knuckles.
Yeah.
And it's not yours.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you're like, what was I just thinking about? And priests must orate louder to shut the voices out in their heads. like I just blew a 6-year-old. And the Lord said, he's got to drown those sick voices out.
Yeah. Yeah, the louder you talk about good things, the fucking maybe the bad things are shut down a little
Well,
bit.
yeah, that's the people that argue and complain about certain debauchery the most are more attracted to that kind of a thing. It seems.
What are you promoting, by the way? Because we are ending the show in 1 minute.
Oh, look at the time.
He's a stand-up tonight.
I'm
stand-up
flying
New York
to
tonight.
Utah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He's a stand-up New York tonight at 11 o'clock. His website's got the book, free tracks, the T-shirt that we're trying to raise awareness through a little bit of humor. With Ricky's
the line,
tagline.
Shakey's a new cool and Parkinson T-shirt.
So rickshapiro.tv.
And listen, Catalyst for Change is my new CD.
And Unfilter's his book.
Unfiltered is a new book that has no rules in it. I think anybody who wants to explore would love the book.
And everything's through his website.
Cool.
And stand up New York tonight. Come on and see him.
How long are you in New York for?
Till Sunday or Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday.
Cool, man. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Best of luck. Fucking kick that shit's ass, and we'll have you back in. Definitely.
I leave today. I'll be at Wise Guys in Utah tomorrow and Saturday. And I guess we'll... Anthony, any plugs?
Rotgut. Hey, the bands will get back together at Mexicali Live in New Jersey. I'll call my brother's fucking Facebook. What do you want from me? I'll just be there. I just show up.
All right.
Take it easy, everybody.
Yeah,
we'll see you tomorrow, Friday. Yay. All right.
See you tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I'm gone.
The Opie and Anthony Show is available later today with SiriusXM On Demand.